What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we got a lot of clips we're going to react to. We're going to get into maintenance on these luxury vehicles. We're going to get into how much it costs to own one of these vehicles because a lot of people buying these luxury cars, these Denali's, these Lexus RXs. So we're going to see how much it actually costs to be able to own and maintain one of these cars. Let's get right to it. Let's go.
I don't even know where to begin with this. On another note, I need front back brakes and rotors, right? My vehicle costs, hold up, so y'all don't really think I'm joking.
That's crazy.
$14,000. Right?
Ain't no way, Slim. Ain't no way. That's outrageous.
Should I be laughing today? Should I be crying today?
Ain't no way.
I don't know really what I should be doing right now. I mean, I just got to take a deep breath.
Write that check, baby girl. See what I'm saying, bro? That's why I would never own a G-Wagon. I don't even see the fascination of those trucks, to be honest. I think a lot of people get them just for status symbols because they don't seem to be that, they don't look that good to me. I think they probably ride really well. I heard that they ride really well, but I ain't no way, Slim. $15,000 for some brakes, that's crazy.
So I just picked my car up from Range Rover.
Here we go.
It was getting its like annual maintenance and then a few other little things that, needed some repairs or be replaced. And I paid a high ticket price for those replacements and repairs.
Absolutely.
Okay? I went in here thinking it was going to be something small. And I left up out of this joint paying $2,400.
Yep.
So all I'm going to say is, if you're thinking about buying a luxury car or a Range Rover specifically, please understand that there is high ticket price maintenance associated with these vehicles. Yes, they're beautiful, but yes, they cost a lot. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, people know this, but they still buy them. And a lot of people buy used ones. That's the number one mistake. I would never buy a used Range Rover.
How much money you would need to be making a year in order to comfortably afford a 2026 Lexus RX 500H?
Here we go, guys.
Let's find out. This is a 2026 Lexus RX 500H F-Sport Performance all-wheel drive. It has a starting price of $66,200. Then there's a delivery fee for $1,450. And then there are manufacturer add-ons that come out to a total of $8,054. And then if you add an 8% sales tax, that's another $6,056.32 that's added on for sales tax as well, which would bring the total price to $81,760.32 for this RX 500H.
That's crazy. You see how quick the price jumps up when you start adding in the sales tax and all that? See, that's the stuff people do not consider right there.
Now, let's say you finance that total $81,760.32 with $0 down for 72 months, which is a total of 6 years, with an 8% interest rate. Your monthly car payment would be $1,433.52 a month. And during those 6 years that you're financing, you would pay a total of $21,453.36 in interest. Now, of course, in order to see how much you need to make in order to comfortably afford this vehicle, you can't just look at the monthly payment alone. We have to look at the other monthly expenses. For car insurance, you would be looking at about $227.08 a month on average. For your monthly gas costs, you'd be looking at about $316.67. And for your monthly maintenance, you would be looking at somewhere around $175 a month if you were to divide that evenly across all months.
And that's the one thing people always forget about: gas, maintenance, maintaining these expensive cars. It's easy to get them sometimes. Like, they have deals going on where they get you financed, but can you maintain these cars? That's why a lot of people lease luxury cars.
In mind, this is just an average and will fluctuate based on your personal circumstances. Now, if you were to add all those monthly expenses together, your car payment, your insurance, your gas, and your maintenance, you'd be looking at a total of $2,152.27 a month on average. Now, if you wanted to keep that at a comfortable 15% of your average annual income, then that means that you would need to be making $172,181.87 annually in order to comfortably afford this Lexus RX. Now, just to put that in perspective for you, let's say you paid those same monthly expenses every single month month for the entire 72 months that you're financing, then over the course of those 6 years, you would pay a total of $154,963.68 total for this 2026 Lexus RX 500h F Sport Performance all-wheel drive.
And that's the reason why a lot of people lease these cars. You can get a cheap monthly payment and you don't have to worry about paying for it for 6 years, 7 years. You see how much it costs? Over 150 something $1,000. That is crazy. Ain't no way. And don't stop there. Check out this Denali. These are the two main vehicles people drive, the Lexus and the Denali. We ain't gonna talk about the Range Rovers. We're gonna save that for another video.
Denali, but how much do you actually need to make in order to comfortably afford one? Let's find out. This is a 2026 GMC Yukon Denali XL. It has a starting price of $86,400. And it has another $5,360 for the advanced technology package, another $2,025 for the 22-inch wheels, another $1,500 for the wheel locks and sunroof, and another $495 for the sterling metallic exterior color, all of which adds up to an additional $9,380 that are added by the manufacturer. Plus, there's a $2,795 destination fee, and then the dealership adds another $199 for nitrogen, another $299 for the door edge guards, another $499 for 2 tinted windows, and another $1,495 for low jack, all of which adds another $2,492 added on by the dealership.
Now that's crazy. $500 to tint the 2 front windows. That's unbelievable. And you see all those add-ons. That's why you see a lot of people riding around in the base model Denali's, because that's an extra $2,500 in add-ons from the dealership.
The total listed price to $101,067. Now, if we were to add an 8% sales tax to that total price, that would be another $8,085.36 being added in sales tax as well, which would bring the total price to $109,152.36. Now, let's say you were to finance that total amount with $0 down for 72 months, which is 6 years, with a 9% interest rate, then your monthly car payment would be $1,967.53. And during those 6 years that you're financing, you would pay a total of $32,509.79 in interest. Now, of course, in order to see how much you need to make in order to comfortably afford this vehicle, you can't just look at the monthly payment alone. We have to look at the other monthly expenses. For your car insurance, you would be looking at about $204.34 a month on average. For your monthly gas cost, you'd be looking at about $491. And for maintenance, you'd be looking at somewhere about $70 a month if you were to divide that evenly across all months. Now, if you were to add all those monthly expenses together, your car payment, your insurance, your gas, and your maintenance, then you would be looking at about $2,732.87 a month for this GMC Yukon Denali. Now, if you wanted to keep that at a comfortable 15% annual income, then that means that you would need to be making about $218,629.59 annually in order to be able to keep those monthly expenses at a comfortable 15% of your average annual income. And just to put that in perspective, if you were to pay those same monthly expenses every single month for the entire 72 months that you're financing, then you would end up paying about $196,766.63 over the course of those 6 years for this 2026 GMC Yukon Denali XL.
Now, that is outrageous. Now, give or take, because you know you can negotiate the price. Now, she's probably just giving numbers based off just no negotiating, no money down. A whole lot of different factors play into this. But that just goes to show you how much people are actually paying to drive around in these luxury vehicles. And don't get me wrong, I like them, and I think they're beautiful vehicles. But you're going to pay the cost to be the boss. It's going to cost you a pretty penny to ride around these Denali's, these Escalades, these Lexus, all these expensive vehicles you see people riding around in. They paying a lot of money for them, especially if you finance them. I mean, you never know. Some people pay cash. Some people are leasing, some people just renting, and it's a whole lot of different scenarios. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. A lot of people send me emails asking me, can I do a breakdown on how much it actually costs to own some of these vehicles? So I thought this would be a great video to kind of answer that question. So if you own one of these cars or one of these trucks or SUVs or crossovers or however you want to look at it, leave it in the comments, guys. How much are you paying a month to drive your expensive luxury vehicle? Some people got it. Some people have it. So you can't just look at somebody riding around in one of these trucks and say, oh, they paying $2,000 a month. They can't afford it, because that's not necessarily true. And like I always tell people, you don't matter. Mind your business. Just worry about what you're doing. But this is a very important video because there's a lot of people who are going out here buying these cars and can't afford them. Then they end up on the repo. you've seen this, a lot of people were getting their cars repoed.
Here, Mercedes Benz of Buckhead. I have a crazy lease special for you. You might want to watch out for this one.
Here we go.
AMG GLE 53, any 2025 we have available. $12.99 down, $12.99 a month, 48 months.
They're trying to get rid of them joints. They not selling.
Crazy deal for one of the most popular cars that we have.
That's crazy. $12.99, and he said it's the most popular cars, but it's a 2025 and it's still on the lot. And they got these amazing lease deals. See how they contradict themselves? If it was so popular, why is it still on the lot? See what I'm saying? That's the lingo that car dealerships use to try to get people to rush in there and buy like it's going to be the last one there. Nah, bro, ain't nobody buying them cars. $12.99 a month. Yeah, okay.
$40,000. He has a credit card on there for $500. He can pay. I had a referral come in from a gentleman I sold the car to on Monday. He referred his boy to me, so they came in. Whereas my customer on Monday had fairly decent credit. The person he brings to me as a referral had full credit score, so he needed to reestablish his credit. Completely understandable. He's looking for cars of this value, and his credit's allowing him to buy cars at this value. And the cash down that he's coming with only brings him up to maybe right here. On his credit, he hasn't paid anything. It's a lot of money. We don't mind. We don't care what's on the credit. We don't care who he paid or who he didn't pay, right? We're just here to help him get into the car. So if this is what he wants, we can get him what he wants, no problem. But we need his friend. If he's open to building his credit and establishing himself so he can have good credit like you and your friend, then he needs to get something regular in his name and suck it up and take the sacrifice.
See, that's what I'll be saying when people have unrealistic expectations when they have challenge credit. They try to go into the dealership and get the most expensive car instead of getting something so they can reestablish their credit. It always happens like that.
Rome wasn't built overnight. Your credit wasn't built overnight. My credit wasn't built overnight. Because, of course, you've asked Khalid today. He's just going to go in and drive the Journey, right? The Journey has problems. He's going to continue to have the same headache in this heat with the same problems. So we can get him a good car in his name, or we can get him the car he wants in his friend's name. We can help him get a car either way. We just got to be realistic.
He said he got a 400 credit score. He got a credit card that he's not paying.
Hewitt, I'm the new car sales manager here. It's a pleasure to meet you. Okay.
Same here, Zach.
Wonderful. So is this how you spell your name, Miss Cynthia?
It is.
Is this where you live? Is this the titling address?
Absolutely, yes.
It is, and that's your zip to calculate your taxes, correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now what am I doing? I'm getting her the Jedi mind trick.
This is a car saleswoman in training. And this is the stuff that they teach these people in order to get folks to sign up and buy these cars for these ridiculous interest rates and these ridiculous prices. But I thought this was interesting to see the things that they're taught. So when you're in there getting ready to buy a car, you can recognize it right off the jump. You already know what's going on.
And her to say yes, okay? Believe it or not, that works, okay? You get to the power of yes, okay? So, this is the vehicle that you drove today. Is there anything keeping you from taking this vehicle today? Did Alexander do a wonderful job test driving you?
He absolutely did.
He did. You like the color? You like the inside? You love everything about the vehicle other than the figures? There's nothing keeping you from taking that one today.
Everything about the vehicle. It's all about the numbers.
It's all about the numbers. That's why I'm here.
See, it's all routine, guys. These folks not your friend. Like the other guy said in the previous clip, he can care less about your credit. All he want to do is get you in the car. And if that's at 8%, 25%, or 2%, they don't care. So I hope these clips, guys, help somebody who's actually in the process of getting ready to buy a vehicle. You can understand what it's going to cost you to be able to drive some of these luxury vehicles. You can see how these car salesmen, and I'm not saying that they're bad people in general. They're just doing their job. It's not their job to make sure the customer is making the right decision financially. That's your job. Their job is to sell you the car. But I just want to be able to equip you guys with the knowledge and understand when they're using their tactics on you to get you to sign up for something you probably shouldn't sign up for. So if you're new to my channel, man, hit the like button, subscribe, go in the description of this video and check out my checklist, especially if you're going to buy a car this weekend or if you're going to buy a car in 6 months. The weather's breaking. A lot of people are in the process of purchasing new vehicles. A lot of people's leases are coming to an end. So get my checklist, guys. You can take it with you. You can download it. A lot of people have been giving me good feedback. So go in the description, click on it, download it. Hopefully to help you out. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.